What is up, guys? Hey, it is Coach Alicia here, and I'm going to be recording an at-home workout for you guys. So this one's going to be upper builder. So this is going to be your Thursday workout. There's a couple of things that you might want to have on you that will help you with this workout. The first thing is going to be a sandbag or an equivalent kind of sandbag object. So that can be your duffel bag that you guys filled with weight. That can be a backpack, anything with weight that'll help you today. Most of the exercises that we've programmed for you guys are going to be at home friendly. So we really want to make sure that you guys get a great workout at home. The second thing you might want to have today is going to be a ball. So that can be a basketball, that can be a soccer ball, any kind of ball that you guys have at home. If you guys have a wall ball or a medicine ball at home, that'd be awesome. If you don't, that is totally fine. Everything is modifiable to be body weight. But if you guys do have these objects at home, that'd be super helpful. And don't forget, just like Dean had said in the previous videos, that you guys should check into our virtual classes that we have through your app, just to make sure that you guys are holding yourselves accountable. And of course, like always, we have the clock behind us to help you guys with the workout. So let's start off with the warm-up. We're gonna do 30 seconds worth of touchdown jacks. So touchdown jacks are the movement where you guys are gonna do a candlestick, hands above head, and then you guys go down into a squat, opposite hand to opposite foot. So you really wanna make sure that we prime our legs for a squatting motion today, because we will be doing squats. You guys have 8 more seconds. Keep moving. We're gonna switch to the next one in 2, 1. The next movement is gonna be a good old-fashioned push-up. So you guys are gonna be on the ground here. You guys can go on your knees if you need to. Make sure those elbows are at 45-degree angle, and we tuck our core in, so we're keeping our core nice and tight. Since we are practicing upper body today, you're gonna go down, chest touches the ground, and press back up. So really focus on good form here. You guys got 8 more seconds. Really reinforce that good form, especially during your warm-up today. 2, 1. The next is going to be a crab toe touch, or like we usually do in class, I'm going to give you guys another option. So crab toe touch is right here, where you do opposite hand to opposite foot. Now, if you're not able to do that, you guys can hold in a crab position just right here. You really want to make sure that you're squeezing your glutes up. What's nice about this movement is it's a primer for station number 1 today. So you really want to make sure that you get that crab position nice and tight. Here we go. All right, next movement is going to be foot taps. So just to get the blood flow going, I want you guys to go ahead and find an object. I'm going to use my ball today. Right here, I'm just going to do foot taps. Nice and quick. Just get my blood flow going. If you're having a hard time, just step into it. Make it nice and easy for you. We got 3 more seconds. Next is going to be arm swings. So just want to make our shoulders nice and warm. These are also called bushwhackers as well, like we normally do in class. Make sure that your chest is nice and tall. We're warming up our shoulders. If you need to go slow at first, that's totally fine. My shoulders are kind of burnt out, so I'm going to go slow here. Just making sure that my arms are nice and warm. If you have some weights at home too, this is a good primer if you have some weights to kind of hold in your hand to make sure that you're warming up those shoulders. All right, and last but not least, we've got squat with T-spine rotation. This is going to help us with station number 6 today. So I want you guys to get into a squat form, get nice and low, chest up, and with this, we're going to rotate here, reaching our hand towards the ceiling, getting some nice T-spine rotation. I like to use my elbows to push my knees out. Really keep those heels on the ground and reinforce good squatting movements. Keep going, 2, 1, all right, we're back up to the top. So that first one, we're gonna do touchdown jacks again. So feet together, hands together, feet apart, opposite hand to opposite foot. Get that blood flow going, keep moving. Stick with me here, we're almost there. You got 14 more seconds. Warm up those legs, warm up those arms. Kind of use this as like a double arm throw overhead too as well to warm up those shoulders. 5 more seconds, we're almost there. 2, 1, all right, we got push-ups on the ground again. So now, we're gonna go on the ground. Remember, tuck that core in, elbows at a 45-degree angle. nice and tight. There we go. Keep moving. You guys got 15 more seconds. Again, rib cage down. Make sure those elbows are flaring out. We want them 45-degree angles or closer so we can reinforce good technique habits. 3 more seconds. Good job. All right, next we got that crab hold or toe touch. So you guys are gonna be on the ground here. Hips up, opposite hand to opposite foot. If you can do that, if not, you're going to be holding right here. So make sure you squeeze those glutes up. Hold here, we got 10 more seconds, you're almost there. Good job. Opposite hand to opposite foot if you're able to. Nice. 3 more seconds. Good job. Now we got foot taps. Grab your object. It could be anything, absolutely anything. Practice those foot taps. Get your heart rate up. And if you need to go slow again, you guys can just step into it or maybe even do high knees as well, just to make sure that you guys are nice and limber, your body's nice and warm. Here we go. We got 5 more seconds. We got 2 more movements left in our warm-up. The next movement, again, arm swings. Here we go. And again, if you guys have some small weights at home, that'd be awesome to use for this movement, just to warm up your shoulders, especially since we got upper body builder today. Nice and easy. This is one of my favorite warm-up moves because you're not going too hard. You guys got 10 more seconds. Keep going, good job. You guys got it. Here we go. And last but not least, we got that squat with T-spine rotation. So I'm gonna move my equipment out of the way real quick. I'm gonna squat down here and rotate. Rotate. Here we go. And if you guys need to go a little bit higher and rotate, that's totally fine. The 2 things you really want to avoid is your chest caving towards the ground, and you really want to avoid those heels coming off the ground. So whatever you got to do to make sure that you can avoid those 2 things. All right, so let's get into what your workout's going to be today. So first, movements at station number 1. So again, don't forget, the upper body builder is the station where you guys work for 2 minutes at each station. So for the first station, it's going to be 30 seconds of a reverse plank hold, 30 seconds of a Superman hold. So what that's going to look like is a reverse plank, just like we were practicing with our crab hold, is going to be right here. So we're going to hold here for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to switch over on my stomach, hands above my head down, squeeze those glutes, lift those quads off the ground, lift my arms off the ground, and really activate that posterior chain. So you're going to do 30 seconds of that reverse plank, 30 seconds of your Superman. The second station is going to require a sandbag or that sandbag equivalent object. So the first movement is going to be 30 seconds of a sandbag ground to shoulder. So what that looks like with my sandbag is I'm going to hold it by its sides, bring it to my shoulder, here on the ground, bring it to my shoulder, using that hip thrust here. I'm going to do that for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to do 30 seconds of a planked lateral drag. So I'm going to be down on the ground in a plank position. I'm going to take my opposite hand, grab whatever duffel bag, backpack I have, shove it over to the other side, shove it over to the other side for 30 seconds. Station number 3. This one's going to be a sandbag overhead carry, and everybody's favorite, you got burpees. So we're going to do 15 seconds of each movement on this station. So again, station number 3 is 15 seconds of each movement. The first movement is going to be a sandbag overhead carry. So that should be your duffel bag, your backpack. You're going to hold it overhead and walk for 15 seconds. Then after 15 seconds, I'm going to throw it on the ground. And I'm going to go into my burpee, chest to deck, stand nice and tall. Station number 4 is again another 15-second interval. So we're going to do a sandbag swing or in the front rack lunge. So for 15 seconds, I'm going to grab my sandbag or whatever you have at home. I'm going to swing it So you can grab it by the handles, quick swing, and just for safety measures, we're only gonna do Russian today. So we're gonna make sure it comes to eye level. Make sure to get those hips through, squeeze those glutes and lift here. And then a front rack lunge, so you guys can hold whatever you have at home. I like to hold it like this, especially if you have a duffel bag that doesn't have easily accessible handles like this does. And you're gonna go ahead and lunge. Lunge. And make sure those knees are at a 90-degree angle. I like to touch my knee to the ground, you don't have to. And make sure it's nice and controlled. So 15 seconds of that sandbag swing, 15 seconds of that front rack lunge. Then we got at station number 5, so we're almost done here with the demonstration. Station number 5 is gonna be plank shoulder taps for as many reps as you can do. So you're gonna be on the ground here, on your hands in a plank, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, making sure that I don't rotate from my hips. I wanna keep my hips square with the ground, and I'm gonna go for as long as I possibly can. And remember, you're working for 2 minutes at each station. So if you need to take a break, you totally can. Shake it off, but get right back to it. Try to see how many reps you can get in those 2 minutes. And then last but not least, at station number 6, we have squat ball throws and a squat hold. So you're gonna grab your basketball, your soccer ball, your med ball, or whatever you have at home. You're gonna squat, throw, catch, throw, as if you're gonna throw to a target, and then you will hold. And this is 15-second intervals. So I'm gonna take you through the first round, and we're gonna go in 3, 2, 1. All right, we're working for 2 minutes here. We're gonna do 30 seconds of a reverse plank. So I'm gonna hold here, and we're gonna hold for 30 seconds. I'm looking at the clock. Good job, keep holding, keep squeezing those glutes up, supporting yourself with your shoulders. You're doing great. Keep holding, we got 10 more seconds. You're almost there. Good job. Here we go, 3, 2, 1. All right, now I'm on the ground. And from here, I take my hands above my head, lift my glutes, lift my arms. I'm squeezing my glutes, trying to lift my quads off the ground as hard as I can. My hands are off the ground. I'm engaging my back, my hamstrings, my glutes. Feet together if you're able to. We got 10 more seconds. Keep holding. You're doing great. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right, back to that reverse plank. So now we're here, feet about shoulder width apart, squeezing my glutes up. I'm trying to support myself in this plank position. Even though you are trying to squeeze your glutes, make sure that your shoulders are supporting your weight as well. We got 15 more seconds. We're almost there. Good job, guys. You got it. Let's go. 8 more seconds. Squeeze those glutes. Support yourself. 3, 2, 1. And last but not least, at this station, we got that Superman again. So hands out in front of me. I'm gonna squeeze my glutes, squeeze my upper back, and I'm gonna hold for as long as possible. You guys got it. Good job. Keep holding. I'm gonna look at the clock for you. You guys got 10 more seconds. We're almost there. Good job. So again, station number 1, we're gonna do 30 seconds of one movement, 30 seconds of the other, and now we're going to station number 2. So you got 30 seconds of rest here. Shake everything out, right? Like we normally would. Get acquainted with whatever equipment you might need. Again, station number 2 will require a sandbag or duffel bag or any kind of bag, even if you have concrete at home, something that you guys can carry. And we're gonna be going in 5 seconds. All right, here we go, 2, 1. Here we go, sandbag, ground to shoulder here. So I'm gonna take whatever I have, touch the ground, touch my shoulder. I'm gonna go for 30 seconds. Make sure we don't curve our back on that movement. You wanna keep your back nice and engaged so that we're not curving it. That's nice and flat, and we're using our legs and our hips and that hip extension to push that sandbag towards my shoulders. We got 5 more seconds. Here we go, 2, 1. Now we're doing that planked lateral drag. So I'm on the ground, I'm planking. Here's my imaginary duffel bag. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot over to one side, scoot it over to the other. I'm just gonna do this for 30 seconds, as long as you can. You're almost there. You got 13 seconds on the clock. Keep moving. Try to make sure that you bring those glutes down. Tuck that rib cage in so we engage that core. 2, 1, we are back to that sandbag ground to shoulder. There we go, touch the ground to your shoulder. Touch the ground to your shoulder. Make sure you use those hips. Good job, guys. Keep moving. You guys are doing great. You're doing awesome. We got 10 more seconds on the clock. Keep moving. I'm gonna get ready for that next movement here. 5 more seconds. Here we go. 2, 1. All right, we're back to that plank to lateral drag. We're on the ground, dragging. Bring those glutes down. Engage that core rib cage down. Good job. Fight through it. You're almost there. Make sure to grab onto something that you can pull through underneath you. Good job. 10 more seconds. Keep moving. You guys are doing great. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And now we're going to rotate to station number 3. So station number 3 is going to be a little bit different, right? So you guys are going to do 15 seconds of each movement. You're going to do a sandbag or a duffel bag or a backpack, overhead carry, and then you're going to do burpees. So for the purpose of this video, I'm just going to hold overhead and stare you guys into the camera, but you guys can walk around if you guys do choose to with your sandbag or duffel bag. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my sandbag. I'm going to hold it overhead for 15 seconds. So I'm looking at the clock here. Looks like I got about 5 more seconds and I'm going to go into burpees. One of my favorite movements. All right. Throw that sandbag on the ground. Burpee. I like to clap my hands above my head. Make sure we land those heels on the ground for your burpee. Keep going. You got 3 more seconds of burpees. And back to that overhead carry. So we're going to hold here. Again, you guys can walk around if you'd like to. For this video, I'd like to stay in front of the camera for you. So I'm just going to stay here. 2, 1, bam. Going back down on the ground. Burpee. Heels on the ground. Nice clap. Keep moving. Keep going on those burpees. I'm going to turn the fans on because I'm getting a little hot. You got 2, 1, and we're back to that overhead hold. I'll be right back. When you put those fans on. Awesome. Keep going. All right. Got 5 more seconds of an overhead hold. And we're going back to those burpees. And right now, burpee. And see how many burpees you guys can get in a 15-second time frame. The reason why we gave you guys 15 seconds is so we can push you guys to go a little bit faster instead of pacing out those burpees. All right. Overhead hold. 15 seconds. Make sure to tuck that rib cage down. Don't flare your back open. You want to make sure that your core is staying engaged and that sandbag is directly overhead. All right, last 15 seconds. Let's go. You got burpees. Keep moving. Trying to find a pace you guys can stick with. 5 more seconds. You're almost there. 2, 1. Awesome. All right. We're going to rotate to station number 4. This one requires a sandbag swing and a front rack lunge. So you guys need to take that duffel bag, sandbag, backpack that you guys used for the last movement. We're going to go in 10 seconds. We're going to do a sandbag swing, so it's really equivalent to a kettlebell swing. If you guys do have kettlebells at home, I would encourage you guys to use kettlebells. All right, so I'm going to grab my duffel bag or backpack or whatever straps I have. I'm going to keep it close to the apex of my hips, squeeze my glutes, and bring it to eye level for 15 seconds. All right, it's 1:45. Now I'm going to hold my backpack in a front rack lunge and go for 15 seconds. Make sure to step forward. That front foot's heels on the ground. All right, it's 1:30 again. Back to that sandbag swing. Good job. We're almost there. there, use those hips. I know it might be a little awkward with whatever you have at home, but way to stick with it, way to keep up with us. And then we're back to that front rack lunge here. And you guys can hold in a bear hug if you need to. Yeah, 5 more seconds. Good job. All right, we're back to that sandbag swing. Make sure you keep your back nice and tight. Hips go back. Squeeze those glutes. Good job. You got 5 more seconds. Keep moving. All right, we're back to that front rack lunge. You guys can step forward or step back, but just make sure that that heel's planted on the ground and that our knees are tracking forward or outwards. We don't want them to cave in. Yeah, 2 more seconds of lunges. All right, back to that swing. Here we go. Hips through. Send those glutes back. Squeeze those glutes to the top. When you guys stand nice and tall, make sure that torso is angled towards the ceiling and that we're not leaning back. We want to stand straight up. All right, last 15 seconds here of lunges with that sandbag. And of course, if it gets too difficult, you can always just do body weight lunges. We're almost there. We got 5 more seconds. Keep going. 2, 1. Woo! You guys are doing great. I'm sweating here. So I'm working along with you guys. We got 2 more stations. The next station is going to be plank shoulder taps. So you guys do not need any equipment for this. You guys can plank on your knees if you need to. You will be on your hands. We're going to go in the next 10 seconds. You're going to try to do opposite hand to opposite shoulder without rotating your hips. So your hips are going to be square with the ground on this one. We're going in 2, 1, let's go. I'm on the ground, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, just like so. Good job. Try to avoid rotating your hips. If you find that your hips are rotating too often, what I like to do is to put my hands closer together and my feet wider apart so then I have a better base. And what you really want to do is tuck that rib cage down, tuck your glutes in to really stabilize that core and avoid rotating from your hips. You guys got 1:26 left. If you guys need to take a break, shake out those arms, shake out those legs, and get back to it. We're gonna go in the next 1:17. Keep moving, opposite hand to opposite shoulder. Good job. For my extra achievers out there that want to make this a little bit more difficult, if you guys have a sturdy wall, you guys can kick up into a handstand on that wall and do shoulder taps that way. And that's for my overachievers. If you guys want to go ahead and do handstands today, of course you don't have to. You can always just do it in a plank, but just want to throw something in there for you in case you guys want to make this a little bit harder. You got 45 seconds. Really try to see how long you can hold that plank for. The goal with this movement is that you want to make sure that you're doing that isometric hold and that you're holding with good quality before you add in that extra element to it. So really make sure your plank is good before you start with those shoulder taps. But if you guys are still with me, you guys got 23 seconds. I'm going to try to finish this out with you. I'm sweating, so I want to make sure that I get this done with you. We got 15 seconds. Opposite hand, opposite shoulder. I'm really avoiding rotating my hips here. I got 8 more seconds on the clock. I'm gonna look at the clock for you guys. 3, 2, 1, and rest. We got 30-second rest. All right, we got 1 more station I'm gonna demonstrate for you. This next station is gonna be with your basketball, your soccer ball, or whatever kind of ball you have at home. And again, if you don't have a ball, that's totally fine. You can do this without a ball as well and just with your own body weight. But if you do have a ball, it just gives you something that you can interact with, that you can kind of mimic these movements with. Going in 2, 1. All right, I have my ball here in front of me. I'm gonna squat and throw. Squat and throw. I'm doing this for 15 seconds. I got 5 more seconds on the clock. And now I'm gonna hold in a squat position here. So knees out, chest up, heels on the ground. I'm gonna hold here for the next 5 seconds. Here we go, 2, 1, and I'm back to throwing. So what's really difficult about this is it's a little bit of a leg burner. If you guys do have a wall at home, you guys can throw your ball to a target, but only if you have that at home. 2, 1, and hold. So now we're gonna hold, chest up, knees out. You guys can just hold in a normal squat if you need to. I like to use my elbows to help me. We got 5 more seconds. Almost there. 2, 1, and back to throwing. Now, let's say you don't have a ball at home. Just go ahead and give us normal air squats. So you're gonna go ahead and squat, do normal air squats for the next 15 seconds. Good job. 2, 1, and then you're gonna hold in the bottom of the squat for 15 seconds. To keep this up, I know this is probably burning your legs. You guys are doing amazing. You got 6 more seconds. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Back to throwing, so you have that ball. I'm squatting, I'm throwing, and I know I'm not there to check your depth on your squats, but I want you guys to, at home, make sure you're getting nice and low in those squats. Think, what would Alicia say about my squats right now if she saw me? So make sure you're squatting nice and low. You got 10 more seconds. Now we're gonna be holding. Make sure you guys are squatting nice and low, and if your squats look great, take a photo, send it in to our Instagram page so we know that you guys are working out with us. All right, now we got a minute 30 rest. So you guys are gonna do this for 2 rounds. For video purposes, I'm just going to show you the first round. So you guys are gonna rest for a minute 30. Now it's gonna be a minute 15. And if you guys are gonna go for the second round, just go ahead and rewind this video back to the start and then do it for 1 more round. Make sure to pay attention to the cues, the verbal cues that I'm giving you, and the visual cues that I'm giving you as well. Try to do this the best that you can at home, and we really appreciate you guys joining in with us and sticking with us. We love you guys, and we love having you guys in this community. Let me know if you have any questions about this this exercise, or this upper body workout. Again, it is 2 rounds. So after this is done with your rest, and I'll let this clock keep going until the very end, then you guys are gonna do 1 more round, and then you guys are done. So thank you guys for sticking with us. We'd love to give you guys workouts. Have a great rest of your day.